It's the most wonderful time of the year. Minky Couture's holiday season is here. Wrap your loved ones in the gift of luxury with our softest, coziest blankets ever. Perfect for movie nights, chilly mornings, or those magical Christmas Eve moments. From kids to grandparents, there's a Minky for everyone. Shop our exclusive holiday collection now, in-store or online at minkycouture.com. But hurry, Santa's favorites won't last long. Minky Couture, making your holidays merry, bright, and oh so cozy.
Coming to you live from the Elliott Avenue Studios, this is The Barbershop. Brought to you by Trufant Auto Detail, the official auto detail provider of the Seattle Seahawks. And by the Trufant Family Foundation, an organization aimed at improving the community one kid at a time. With Marcus Trufant, here's T. Holla.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Barbershop Show. My name is Terry Holloman, a.k.a. T. Holla.
And yes, it's Marcus Trufant. What up?
And it's The Barbershop coming at you once again. Thank you for joining us. This show is being brought to you by Home Trust Bank in Kirkland, Washington.
Home Trust Financial, our good buddy Rich Hunt over on the east side. He does loans, not just on the east side, though. He does loans in California, Arizona, Texas. If you need a loan, give him a call. Let him know that you came through us, though. He'll get you taken care of, educating people, making sure that you get the right rate for your money.
That's right. Take care of all of our friends and our clients over there out of Kirkland, Washington. Thank you, Rich. I'm coming to get a loan. I ain't doing that with my house. I just want a loan, man. I need some cash. It's that holiday season, true, when you need some cash. Everybody need a little extra cash around the holiday season,
Everybody need a little cash. Holiday season, no season, all seasons. Cash money, cash rules everything.
Around me?
Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. We got a hell of a show. Speaking of people trying to get dollar bills, y'all, Colin Kaepernick last week was out there. He had a workout. We discussed it on our last show. It was upcoming. He's out there trying to get that dollar bill. We going to talk about it because there's some serious stuff that took place. And we kind of predicted some of it, talked about some of it. We going to get to the bottom of it this weekend. Myles Garrett. We talked about him earlier this year, True, on our show for some different reasons. He made his way into the headlines last week, and we're going to talk about that for sure tonight. And we're going to play a round of winners and pretenders. It's been a minute since we did that, so some interesting stuff taking place out there in the world. We want to find out if that is winning or pretending. But like we talked about, True, the holiday season is upon us. It is one of my favorite holidays, of course. You know what it is, right?
That Thanksgiving?
I gotta do it.
Hey.
Oh, man.
21.
That's the remix, 21? I have to bring that up every year, man. I got to get it in as many times as I can because, first of all, I love the holiday of Thanksgiving, but I love that one. One thing that we normally used to do on this show when we were live on terrestrial radio, we used to do our Thanksgiving draft, where we would draft the various Thanksgiving foods and see who had the best plate at the end of the day, man. We're not gonna do that this year, but I just want to bring up the festivities and the food because it's right around the corner. True,
it is. T, and the thing, like, I'm kind of scaring myself, man. I don't know if I'm kind of getting a little Ebenezer Scrooge-ish, like around holidays, because the holidays is work sometimes too.
Man,
yeah, you got kids and you're trying to prepare and you're doing all this stuff and normal day-to-day life is already tough. It's a lot going on, and then you throw in, okay, who's coming to the house and how many we got to cook for, and I don't even cook, but
still,
I get just as stressed out.
Right.
So, a little of that is starting to creep in. So, I need some holiday cheer, man. I hope this show is going to bring me some cheer.
Well, that's what the plan is, man. We're going to bring some cheer. This is our therapy, right?
Yes,
they
sir.
say the barbershop is the black man's therapy session, right? It's the black man gentleman club where you sit around and, get the things off your chest.
Preach.
So I don't want to bring any stress to you. I want to get it off your chest, True.
Okay.
So let me ask you this then. So, since we're talking about it, since we're discussing it, do you already have your Thanksgiving plans in order?
No, we don't. But they are coming to get there. The goal.
They are coming to get there.
To get there. The goal is to be locked in. Thanksgiving is what? Thursday next week,
It's a
right?
week away, bro.
Yeah.
So almost 7 days away.
So it's going to be tough on us. We're going to be scrambling at the last minute as usual. But I'm going to rally the troops. I'm going to get wife is going to put it down, of course. I'm going to bring mom and pops in and, mom-in-law, and we all going to do it. Like I said, I don't do no cooking, but I feel like I'm there, though.
Yeah.
I'm there in spirit. So,
you be getting ready to eat, though,
I
don't
feel
you?
everybody's pain. So, yeah.
Well, I do some cooking. Guess what we're doing this Thanksgiving season?
Okay.
Guess.
What?
Do you know what I'm doing this Thanksgiving season?
Deep frying a turkey.
Are you leaving town? Are you traveling?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to tell me.
You
I have no idea what I'm doing.
sound like me.
Bro,
Yeah.
literally, I have no plans, and it's crazy, man. I usually have it figured out. It's, we got so many family members that are in the area. Not so many, but we do have, my parents are here, my wife's parents, both her mom and dad are around, so. And nobody's really laid claim to us this year. So, since nobody has said anything, I think we just might sit at the house, which might be like my ultimate, like the first time in like almost 2 decades.
And you'll probably really enjoy that. And just when I was about to invite you, too, but you said you got all these people that's coming with you.
Ain't nobody coming but me. Shoot,
You got your mom and you got your dad.
Are you sure your parents are not gonna go somewhere else then? Because if they haven't told you, then they may not be around.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the truth is. They probably might just be around. They just planning on not having my black ass up in the house. They know I got plenty of children, and we come with baggage and noise. But no, it's going to be all good. I'm sure we're going to get things settled before next Thursday. But I know you have something coming up really soon, True, for the holiday season. Not necessarily Thanksgiving related, but you have a breakfast coming up.
Yes, the Trufant Family Foundation second annual Santa breakfast is going to be held at the Fairmont Hotel. And it's going to be great, man. It's going to kid-friendly, gifts for every child that comes. So it's really going to be awesome. And the main thing is that we're raising funds for our scholarship program through the Trufant Family Foundation. And that supports Tacoma, Seattle, and partnering communities. And it's really going down, man. It's going to be a good look.
Okay.
Hey, True, who supports that? Who are your sponsors on that?
Well, we have a ton of sponsors. Tacoma Dodge is going to be our main sponsor down there in Tacoma. So, wherever I go, I bring Tacoma with me. So they really supporting us. We have a ton of people that are supporting. You can go to TrufantFamilyFoundation.com to get more information. Tickets are actually shutting down today. So today is 11/20/19. But you can still go there, support the foundation, and check us out, man, and see what we got going on. Man, we're making a lot of noise in the community.
I heard you're going to have a Santa at the breakfast as well.
Absolutely.
Santa Claus is going to be there?
Santa Claus will
bearing
be there.
Gifts?
Bearing gifts.
It's going to be a celebration.
Hey.
It's going to be a celebration out there at the Trufant Family Foundation Pancake Breakfast, so make sure you get down. If you haven't gotten down there and got your ticket, probably too late. Make sure you keep it on the calendar for next year because it is always a celebration. Like he said, go to TrufantFamilyFoundation.com and find out other ways you can support the foundation as well. We do have a party coming up as well. The Barbershop has a watch party taking place in Bellevue, Washington on December 8th at Sam's Tavern. We always have a blast at our watch party. It's been a while since we've had one, but everybody's been excited to get out there and shake a tail feather, meet a friend, shake a hand, have some libations, have some food, and watch the Seahawks play against the Los Angeles Rams. So December 8th at Sam's Tavern in Bellevue. The doors will open at 2. DJ E-Pop and DJ Fever will be there spinning the cut, so you can, like I said, cut a rug, have some fun. Come meet the Barbershop, shake a hand, and we're going to have a good time, so we hope to see you there. True, this past weekend, we talked about it. Colin Kaepernick had an opportunity to go out there and try out for all 32 NFL teams, allegedly.
Right.
So so I guess he got for any of you that have not been paying attention, you've been in a cave or underneath a rock and did not know what's been going on with Colin Kaepernick the past week. Early in the week, he was notified by the National Football League that they would set him up with a private workout in Atlanta, Georgia. And they were going to invite all 32 teams to come watch Colin work out, put him through, all the routine of the quarterback passes, the drills, the combine drills and whatnot, to see if Colin was still ready, see if he was physically capable of being a quarterback in the National Football League, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And they told him that this workout would take place on Saturday. I think they informed him on like a Monday or a Tuesday. They said this Saturday was when it's going down. Colin was like, okay, we're going to do this. Okay. Fast forward to the Saturday. In between the time that he was notified and the time the Saturday took place, we had all kind of conspiracy theories, and we talked about some of them last week here on the Barbershop show. And a lot of them came to fruition, true.
Right.
Unfortunately, Colin allegedly was given a waiver to sign that he did not want to sign. I guess the waiver, we'll dig deeper into the waiver in a second here, but there was a waiver that he didn't want to sign that really made him give up a lot of his rights. And then the NFL would not allow a film crew to film the proceedings. So Colin said, screw this, I'm out. I'm not going to do the workout here. We will still do the workout, but we'll do them on my terms. We're going to do them about an hour away from here at a high school, and whoever wants to come can come. And they did it. 7 teams showed up, and it turned into an entire fiasco. So first and foremost, True, what do you think about the entire workout and how it panned out, how it ended up for Colin Kaepernick, and what the whole deal was with the NFL?
For me, T, I think this is the last week I talked about on the show that I hope this wasn't like a smoke screen that the NFL was doing, last minute workout. I was hoping that they were genuine in this and that they were really trying to give my man Colin Kaepernick a chance. But to me, it just all, as I listen to people go over this issue every day for hours and hours for the last couple of days, but it was just one of those things that it just doesn't feel right, man. It feels a little nasty. So I think that's where Colin was in his mind as well. So change things and try to control as much at the narrative as he could, even though you're going up against a powerhouse in the NFL. It's going to be tough. So things didn't go as planned. I don't know where things are at now. Colin is trying to do his best, but everybody has an opinion, and it's like it's kind of like we in the Matrix right now. You never know what's real and what's fake. So how do you trust the NFL? How do you trust anything?
Right.
I mean, at this point, so it's going to be tough on them. I don't know where things stand now, but it's going to be real tough on the man to try to get a job now.
So here's what we found out. So I don't know at what point in the process of last week's interactions between Colin and the National Football League that he discovered that there was a liability form that they wanted him to sign. And apparently between Colin and his representatives and his agent and his lawyers, they determined that he was going to end up waiving all of his rights, not just his injury rights, like, because, there's, if you get injured, then, there's a liability there for the National Football League. But apparently somewhere in the verbiage of this liability waiver was the fact that he can't sue the National Football League for any reasons regarding his employment after he signs this thing. So naturally, you wouldn't want to sign that as Colin Kaepernick. You've been blackballed for the previous 3 years. You're getting an opportunity to overcome that. Allegedly, the NFL is putting on this show for you to have an opportunity to be employed once again. But now you're going to waive the right to sue them if they choose to continue blackballing you. So there's an issue there, number one. Number two, they refuse to allow the film crew, okay? And I alluded to this last week on the show. It would be, it's good for us to, as fans, as the general public, as the people who are on the outside looking in, to see that Colin Kaepernick went out there and either A, performed like 32 of the quarterbacks in the NFL that he should be better than. I'm talking about the 32 backups.
Right.
Or if he was just not up to snuff. And the NFL wasn't going to allow his camera crew or the media in general to come into the building down there in Georgia.
I think that might have been a special situation, T. I don't know if they usually film people's workouts or not. I'm not sure. I know I came in kind of old and dusty, and I came back to the Seahawks and did a workout after I was released. And there wasn't a film crew there. I don't even know if the Seahawks film crew was there. So I think that might just be a rule. I don't know if Colin was going to be an exception or not. I don't really know what the rule is, but I feel where he's coming from, he is a different situation. The NFL has already done things to him, so why not make everything public so the NFL can't, of course, say, okay,
right,
he played like trash and this and that, so everybody needs to see it so they can prove it.
Gotcha.
Well, I think just for clarification's sake, the taping of the workout was intended so all team personnel, because for some reason they did this on a Saturday when all the scouts were out, and the Saturday, the day before a game, Marcus, exactly how many meetings you have to go to the night before.
Oh, yeah.
So they did it so they could have that tape out for all those GMs, for all those people, decision makers. But it just seems that as though it was set up for failure from the get-go, because the reality is none of those people that were that are able to make those decisions were able to show up to this thing. It's it's in Atlanta. Like, I get it. It's a central hub. Why not put it in Denver though? Why not put it? Why not put it up in the Northeast? Why not put it, where it's more accessible? I mean, you know how hard it is to get to Atlanta from the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it is a major hub, though. I know Atlanta, the airport is one of the
strip clubs are.
We're not talking about that tonight, man. What are you talking about? I have no knowledge what you're talking about.
The booty club.
Here's the thing I think about the situation, guys. And, again, you guys chime in what you think about this. I feel like the whole thing, not to be a complete conspiracy theorist, I think it was destined for failure from the jump. I think it was a chess match between two sides that really didn't want it to work out in the first place. And here's what I'm talking about. I think the NFL wanted to show, save face and say, hey, we're going to give Colin Kaepernick an opportunity to work out. We're going to invite all 32 teams that might have interest in him. We're going to put on, the show. We're going to give him the facility. We're going to, make this available to him. But we're going to have him sign this waiver. I think there was an opportunity for them to get him in the building to sign that waiver, which would exclude him from ever being able to sue the NFL for blackballing him, regardless of how he performed at this workout, right? So then the NFL has done their job. They've given Colin an opportunity. We don't know whether he performed well or not according to NFL standards, because we can't see it because the video is not there. They weren't going to allow him to have it videotaped in the first place, right? So the NFL has all of its bases covered if it goes down according to plan. If he chooses not to work out, we can go ahead and say, yes, we told you Colin Kaepernick is a trouble child. He's going to be a distraction. This is the reason why he's not in NFL. So they got their bases covered whichever way they go right there, right? On the flip side of that, Colin Kaepernick, he goes down there. He wants to. He knows that the NFL is probably going to try to blackball him again. So he's going to go down there and put it on camera. He's going to put it on tape. He's going to have the evidence. But he shows up. And this is the problem that I have with Colin Kaepernick right now, because I know he could play. I've been on Colin's side from day one, and even till today. I know he has the skill. I know he has the talent. I know that the NFL blackballed him. But he went down there knowing that the NFL has all the power. As a player, as a National Football League player, true, at the end of the day, at some point, didn't you have to accept that the NFL has all the power?
That's what it is. That's your employer at the end of the day, yeah.
And you're trying to win a job from the National Football League. Okay. And I get it. I understand he's for the people now. He has, become a leader of a movement. But you can't show up to your workout with a Kunta Kinte shirt on. You can't do that. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do, but there's a time and a place for everything, right? You know that the NFL is trying to blackball you because they don't think you're serious about football. They're trying to blackball you because of the controversy you cause with the kneeling and standing up for a cause. You can't show up to that, and you can't end your workout like this.
I've been ready for 3 years. I've been denied for 3 years. We all know why I came out here, showed it today in front of everybody. We have nothing to hide. So we're waiting for the 32 owners, the 32 teams, Roger Goodell, all of them to stop running. Stop running from the truth. Stop running from the people. We'll continue to give you updates as we hear. We'll be waiting to hear from Roger Goodell, the NFL, the 32 teams. We'll let you know if we hear from them. Ball's in their court. We're ready to go.
There we go.
Oh.
I mean, you cannot call out the commissioner and all 32 teams that you're looking to get a job for.
But you can.
You can, but then you won't have a job.
And you should, because he's throughout this whole entire process, the man has been upfront with everybody. The man has been about his business. He's not going to change who he is because of what we want him to be. And you know what? The Kunta Kinte shirt, motherfuckers should read a little more and understand the context of that shirt, right? And understand and understand that there is historical context behind that. You're not going to tell me who I need to be. I am going to be who I'm going to be. And playing in the NFL is a privilege. We all understand that. But every person has a stopping point. Every person has that moment where you just go, listen, you're setting me up for failure. I'm in a position where I can at least show you what I can do. And that comment at the end of the impromptu press conference that he had, that wasn't for the owners, man. That was for us. That was for the people that are watching. And that's for the people who are sitting at the barbershop having a conversation, for us to think about what is going on.
This is what I think.
What you think?
This is what I think. This is what I got to say. I got something to say.
I got something to say. Come on, give it to us.
I say, as far as wearing the shirt and doing everything that he did, I think where we're at in society now, I don't really think it matters, or I don't think it's Colin being not wanting a job, but he's like to put people in the stereotype. Okay, if you got on a black hoodie or something like that, you're a bad guy. So just because Colin is wearing the Kunta Kinte shirt, that doesn't mean he's going to come into the NFL and he's going to act crazy and do things out of character. I mean, it's just a shirt. At the end of the day, really. So everybody need to stop being so sensitive on both sides. So,
y'all being sensitive.
Yeah, it's people being sensitive, and then people in the media, the big wigs, and you got your Stephen A's and people like that want to comment on stuff like that. Him wearing the shirt I see it as being another stereotypical type thing. He's coming in wearing this type of clothing and looking this way. Why would you do that if you're trying to get a job? Well, it shouldn't matter. If you could play football and if you act accordingly, it should not matter. That's my opinion. Now, would I do that? That's not my personality. That's not how I am. But everybody's different. It's dudes of all type of nationalities that act certain ways and do crazy stuff. So to say that he came in not wanting a job because he was wearing the Kunta Kinte shirt and he had his afro going and all this kind of stuff, I don't think it matters. If he came in and he was about his business, then he should be good.
Again, let me preface this by saying I've been with Cap from day one, from the time, not when he was kneeling. I was with him when he was sitting.
Right.
Okay. People don't realize he used to sit before he kneel. I think it was Nate Boyer. Actually, isn't that his name? The guy that used to play for the Seahawks, he was the ex-military guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, who suggested that he kneel. I was with him through all of that, okay? I was with him through the whole time when he was being blackballed and not allowed to participate in the National Football League. I'm with all that. I'm with the movement. But the thing I'm saying is this, okay? If his ultimate goal is to play in the National Football League and his job is to convince the owners in the National Football League to allow him to be on the team. And I want you to recognize that being a quarterback in the National Football League isn't just like being a defensive tackle in the National Football League. You know, you are the face of the organization. You're expected to be a leader right out of the gate, regardless of.
And you can still do that, though, when Kunta Kinte.
Okay, right. But I mean, here's the thing. So I didn't have any problem with anything that Colin has worn in the past or anything that he's done in the past or any of his comments in the past. I have no problem with that. But now we say, okay, Colin is saying to the ownership in the National Football League, I'm ready to play your game. That's what he says, basically. Right. I'm ready. So tell me this. If you had to paint a picture for me, either one of you, of the average NFL owner today, if you had to, in your mind, paint a picture of what he looks like or who he is, please tell me what you think it is.
Rich white dude.
Rich, white, old.
Right.
And what do you think those people feel like when they've seen him go through this whole process? They've already blackballed him already.
Right.
They've already blackballed him just for kneeling, okay? Now, you show up to the workout and you try to call shots. You try to say, hey, look, I'm Colin Kaepernick. I know I've been blackballed, but I'm not doing your workout. I'm going to do my workout over here. That's number one.
Right.
Then number two, I'm a work out with the Kunta Kinte shirt on. Okay, cool, whatever. And then you going to call me out afterwards? Like, I showed up, I did my thing, now it's on you, ball is in your court.
Well,
what you going to do?
You're going to sign the guy if he can play. This game is about results, though.
They haven't signed him.
Well, they've signed it, true, but they've signed a lot of people who, and I'm not condoning this, beat their girlfriends.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They sign a lot of people. Shout out to Ray Lewis, who's involved in a murder, right? No, let's just keep it real though.
Right.
Let's talk about what the ultimate goal of an NFL owner is, and that is to put seats butts in the seats and win championships. Can this man help me win a championship? There's 32 trash-ass quarterbacks out there that can't help me.
First thing you said was to put butts in the seats, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the number one goal is put butts in seats and sell merchandise, sell all that advertising and all that stuff. Colin Kaepernick is obviously, they're not stupid, man. These guys have read the numbers, and they know who is going to protest Colin Kaepernick being in league, who is going to, stand outside the stadium with signs, who's going to burn the jerseys, who's going to, So at the end of the day, these owners are weighing, and I'm playing devil's advocate here because, I'm with Colin.
Mm.
As an owner, if I put on my old white man hat and be an owner, and I say, what's the benefit of me having him on the team, or as opposed to what is the detriment of him having on my team?
The funny thing is, people gravitate towards the car crash or the murder scene. So if you got a, solid enough marketing team, it's ways to flip it and make a story out of it. It goes viral. Everything is social media now. People are going to come to see the train wreck. And so is he going to kneel this week, or what's going on? What's he going to say? What's he going to wear? So it could be a benefit if you do it right. And the NFL knows that. But the powers that be and what he stands for, what he's trying to accomplish, I think has to be the biggest part of it. Not that he's this type of guy, but it's what he's standing for and what he's trying to accomplish. People is foolish in the NFL.
Yeah,
people do
true.
all types of crazy stuff. People wear and say and do all types of foolishness, but it's not what Colin Kaepernick is saying. So that's where the difference is. It's what he's saying. It's not how he's saying it. It's not how he's going about it. It's what he's saying.
So what you're trying to say is, call me Toby, don't call me Kunta Kinte.
Right.
Oh, hell no, hell no.
Around the horn before we get off Colin Kaepernick, man, do you think he's going to be on an NFL team, yes or no?
I'm going to speak it into existence, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Did you guys see him throw those deep balls?
Yeah, I saw him throw all of them.
Oh.
I saw him throw all of them. Some of them, did you? I saw it. I saw.
Yeah,
I
seen him too.
I didn't see it all. I saw him make some really good throws.
Yeah.
He looked really good. He looked good enough to be for sure a backup on any NFL team, and he looked like he could start on a lot of NFL football teams. He did throw some ugly balls too, though.
And that, I think that was more just to put it out there. But if he really wanted to go out there, do a real, and really
Intensive.
go to work, yeah. It didn't look like he was going 100%, to me at least. But,
Yeah.
It looked good enough.
He looked good enough. But at the end of the day, do I think he's going to be on an NFL football team?
Oh, hell no, hell no.
I knew that was coming, too.
But that still remains to be seen. I love Colin Kaepernick. I hope everything works out for the best. I think he is a great spokesperson for the cause, for the movement, for African American people, and the mistreatment that we have been receiving, particularly over the past better part of the last decade, but for sure over the course of our existence here in this country. So I hope everything works out. Speaking of black people in this country and trying to seek retribution. That's a word, right? Retribution.
Country.
Myles Garrett tried to whoop a white man ass last weekend in front of the whole world, man. On TV, man. Good Lord, man. First of all, for those of you who don't know, we talked about Myles Garrett earlier this football season for a completely different reason, but kind of close, though, really. He was in traffic out in Cleveland where a fan hailed him down and said, hey, I want to get an autograph, take a picture. The guy rolled down his window and socked him in his face. And stole him and then ran off. Myles didn't try to chase him or catch him. He didn't want to fight that day. But last week he decided he wanted to fight at the end of the Browns versus Steelers game. Him and quarterback Mason Rudolph, got into a little kerflaffle at the end of the game. Who? Kerflaffle. Hey, you never heard nobody say that?
No.
Anyway, so they got into it. I mean, I think Mason, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, got a little, irritated because it was the end of the game.
Right.
There was really no chance for Pittsburgh to win. But Myles Garrett, defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, was still going full speed. He got to the quarterback.
As he should,
absolutely. We still playing the game, and they haven't blown the whistle. So he felt like he was a little bit late of a hit, apparently, and took him to the ground too rough, apparently.
Too rough?
Yeah, and, he grabbed Myles Garrett's helmet, tried to twist it off, allegedly kicked him in his loin. And Myles Garrett took exception to it, ripped his helmet off, and swung it at him. So the end result was Mason, he got a little fine, but Myles Garrett was suspended indefinitely throughout the rest of the season and the playoffs, and they will revisit it next season to see when he will be put back into the game. So, question, guys. What do you think about the whole situation, number one? Number two, do you think it was excessive? And number three, was it fair? Was the whole meting out of disciplinary actions fair?
Absolutely, maybe.
Here we go.
Yeah. My take on it is football, and once again, people come to the games. It's a gladiators sport. You put these athletes on the field, and they damn near is killing each other out there.
Right.
So, as a player, and I've said it before, you got to go to a dark place.
Yes.
So you on the verge of, on some bipolar-ish type stuff. You got to do things that human beings don't do on a regular basis. You don't run full speed into another human being. Your brain wants you to protect itself, and that's not what you're doing out there.
Right.
So, especially on the defense or just in football in general, it's easy to go over the edge, but you have to find a way to try to bring it back and not go to that place, like go
all the way to that
off
place?
The way to the edge. But sometimes it happens, so I can't fault Myles. I mean, it happens, and you in a fight, and there's a winner and there's a loser. Mr. Rudolph obviously was a loser, and he tried it first. It didn't work.
He tried it
first, and it didn't work. And then Myles got it, and he got the better of him. And swinging the helmet, did he go a little too far? Yeah. But again, it's a fight, and fights happen, and there's no rules in fights. I know there's rules in the NFL, so he shouldn't have did it. Yes, he should be disciplined the entire year. Could be a little stiff, but that's the NFL saving face. There's money involved. There's everything involved, and they have to look a certain way, and we can't have this in our game and all that kind of stuff. But then the quarterback gets a slap on the wrist for trying very hard to do the same thing, but couldn't pull it off.
He did try.
Hey, growing up, we were taught one very simple thing though: don't start no shit. There won't be no shit.
That's what they say.
Right?
If you can't swim, you bound to drizzle.
So as far as Myles, and I think it's a consensus in this room. Wow, my English is bad today.
We know it's your second language. Go ahead, Ole.
Myles shouldn't have swung his helmet at Rudolph. That's not up for discussion. We know that that's crossing the line.
Right.
But that dude had an ass whooping coming.
He almost definitely.
At the end of the day, if you're gonna punch somebody in the nuts, if your helmet's off, somebody's holding you up, and then you're still trying to come over and try to fight the dude, let him fight.
Right.
Right. Let the dude get that ass whooping. Also, for the record, you play a game amongst men, like hood man, that should teach you, don't start shit. Don't start shit with that dude.
Well, he probably wasn't raised up like that. He probably stand your ground.
He tried to stand his ground.
This shit didn't work out so well. But no, there's a couple things I think about this, and then along the lines of what both of you were saying, particularly true. This is a gladiator sport, man, and you have to, especially if you're playing a position like a defensive end, where every single play is like hand-to-hand combat. Like you're in, that's a battle. That's a real, that's like fight-like, combat-like situation you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be in that situation and to have to be able to instantly snap out of it is not an easy thing to do.
Right.
Especially when you're in a situation where somebody, you feel like they're trying to injure you on purpose. And if we go back and look at the film, it looks like Mr. Rudolph is really purposely trying to hurt him from the position he was in. He was twisting his head, twisting his helmet, reaching up into his face mask. And, the average person doesn't get the chance to look at that unless they go back and see that film. We definitely didn't see it in real time. Second of all, I just want to say, Myles Garrett, he should probably, at the end of the day, be thanking his lucky stars that the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive lineman was in the way and kind of, he kind of blocked it when that helmet came down. Because if he would have connected with that blow that he threw, it would have been over for Mason Rudolph.
Sleep.
He might have not made it. Like he came down with that much force. And we have people that are going to sleep when you get hit when you have a helmet on.
Right. Yeah,
with it coming at you full speed like that. So it could have been a much worse situation for all parties involved.
You should have debuted his ass though.
A lot of stuff could have happened. But one of the things that I do find I do take issue with is the fact that he did get suspended indefinitely. I know it looked crazy and it was wild, but I think a lot of things need to be taken into consideration by the commissioner when meting out this type of disciplinary action.
But let me ask it. Let me just ask point blank though. Did he get suspended that way because he's black? Because Romanowski beat the crap out of his own teammate, broke his orbital, and got one practice off. I mean, come on, man.
See, and
that was at practice.
And that was at practice.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of talk about that on social media and in barbershops across the country right now. Was this, is this racially motivated, the way that these punishments have been meted out? It's a tough call for me. I don't want to label the National Football League as a completely racist organization. I know that they have had some discrepancies when it comes to divvying out punishment to black athletes as opposed to the white counterparts that do similar things, like the Romanowski issues you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we're talking about Marquise Pouncey, who was also involved in this fight. Right, he was the offensive lineman for Mason Rudolph, and he came to his defense and knocked Myles Garrett to the ground and swung on him a bunch of times, and he ended up getting a 3-game suspension behind this. And before this event, there has any player that's been involved in a fight in the National Football League, the most they've gotten is 1 game.
Mm.
So, and by the way, I don't know if you could tell by the name Marquise, he's black. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's a racial element attached to it. I don't want to believe it is. It seems like there is, but I don't want to believe it true. I don't know if I'm being naive with the situation or just giving them the benefit of the doubt at this point.
I think it's okay to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I'll say something that even if there's not racially motivated things with this situation on purpose, there's always a racial undertone to everything, just by the way society is and how, ethnic groups are portrayed on an everyday basis on TV and social media. So that creeps into society, whether you're doing it on purpose or whether you're not even thinking about it. It's just how it is. So, he's the big, scary black man, and the quarterback is the victim.
And he tried to play the victim. Though.
Right.
Did you see that? I mean, you saw that on TV, right? Calling Myles a coward? Dude, you just got your ass beat. How are you going to call this dude a coward?
I think he's drawn back on that a little bit since then.
And he was upset. I get, of course, you get in a fight, and afterwards, if somebody put a microphone in front of your face, you're going to say some stuff that's on your heart. So, but I just say that to you. It's always a racial undertone, even if people don't realize it. So I just leave it at that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. We're gonna, obviously gonna watch how this plays out and pans out, because Myles Garrett is obviously, he's put in, he's fighting this. He's trying to, get a waiver and get back into the National Football League this season. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with Marquise Pouncey and his fine, and we'll watch how this whole thing plays out. It's unfortunate that it had to happen like that, but it does happen.
They never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
And that's what Myles Garrett sounds like. He want to catch him outside.
Yup. And all these laughing like so funny.
She's talking about the audience that they're laughing at her.
Did you say the laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of
Yeah.
That's catch me outside, girl. Yeah,
Y'all laughing?
Yeah, that's what Myles Garrett sounds like. Hey, True, talking about this football thing, man. Just by the way, I just happened to be watching football on Sunday night, and the game is over, and then on my screen pops up the one and only Marcus Trufant.
Hey. Go Qs.
You were looking good on TV, man. What was going on?
Much appreciated, brother, man. I did the fifth quarter with Paul Sylvie on King 5, man. I was filling in for Hall of Fame, Mr. Yellow Jacket himself, Walt Jones, who was down in Walt was down in Florida State getting all types of honors and doing his Hall of Fame thing. So I had a really good time, man. It was really solid, man, and I would love to be back.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hopefully you will be back. I saw it, and I was like, man, True, man, you might have a new lane right there, man. But it's old hat to you. I know you. I mean, you do a lot. You've done a lot of TV over the course of your career, so it was second fiddle to you. It was easy.
Hey, man, I'm trying to be like you, T. I knew you doing your thing every week.
Every week you do. No, not to toot my horn, but to toot. Yes. You can catch me on Q13 Fox every Friday night doing Talking Huskies, and it's on Joe TV every Saturday morning as well. So it's 11 p.m. on Friday nights, Channel 13 in Seattle, talking about the Washington Huskies football team, of course. They are, having a kind of a rough season, not what they're used to, but they're still worth following. We still got a bowl game coming up, and we still got the Apple Cup coming up, where the Huskies and the Cougars going to do their thing, True. You ready for this thing? Are you ready for this thing this year?
I'm as ready as I can get, I guess. I'm always rooting for the Cougs, but it's been rough on us the last, how many? 6?
10. 10. It's been rough on you for the last 10 years, I know.
So I'll just see. I guess we'll wait and see.
We will see. And they are playing in Seattle this year, so, you don't have to travel very far to go to the game.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be, since we plug in, I'm going to be doing the Husky Cougars Apple Cup postgame show on Fox, Q13 Fox once again. So when you're watching the game and it's over and the Huskies are hoisting that Apple Cup trophy down at Husky Stadium, make sure you stay tuned, because I will be on talking about the game, giving my opinions, my recap, basking in the glory of a W that the Huskies just got.
Wow.
So make sure you stay tuned.
You're rocking a suit too, so you look sharp.
Yeah, I stay with the suit every now and again. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it fresh. I got one on right now. Hey, we want to give a shout out to our friends at Home Trust Bank in Kirkland, Washington. Rich Hunt is down there taking care of all of our clients, and we're looking for more people to help out, man.
Yeah, Home Trust Financial over in Kirkland, Washington. Listen, the guy does a lot for the community. He also does a lot to help, his clients, education, trust. But most important, he's a good dad. He cares about his employees. He takes care of his employees. And while we're on that subject, we want to wish good luck to our friend Peyton, who's going in for a bone marrow biopsy tomorrow morning. Kid's only 5 years old. There's no reason a kid should be going through that. So shout out to our kiddo.
Yeah, that's rough. Shout out, man, Peyton. We are thinking about you, and we hope you come through like a champ. Speaking of champs, True, we want to play a game here where we decide whether what we're talking about is a champ or a loser. Actually, it's called Winners and Pretenders, and it's been a minute since we've done it. But if you are not familiar with the game Winners and Pretenders, when we talk about something, a person, a place, or a thing, and we determine ourselves right here whether that thing is a winner or a pretender. True, it's been a while, man. So I got a couple things that I want to run past both of you guys.
Okay.
Right out of the gate, I've been hearing a lot of hype. It's a lot of hype surrounding this MVP race in the National Football League. Now, we here in Seattle, we think Russell Wilson is, without a doubt, unquestionably, hands down, the MVP of the NFL thus far in the 2019 season. But a lot of people back on the East Coast and in the Midwest and down South are saying that Lamar Jackson is unquestionably the best football player in the NFL right now. True. Jose, is Lamar Jackson the MVP of the NFL?
I'll go first, Jose. I'll take my swing. I'll take a quick shot at it. But no.
Whoa.
Destiny's Child, no.
Hell no.
Destiny's Child, no.
Okay.
And I say that because Young Bucks got to pay their dues. Russell Wilson been doing this for years. This season, Russell has put the entire team on his back at times. The defense is rolling now, doing their thing. But early on, Russ really had to make this train go. And I think he's Mr. Consistent. He's definitely still Mr. Clutch, making all the right throws, doing all the right stuff at the right time. If I'm a betting man, and if you're, playing, I guess, the situational bets in the 2-minute drill and all that kind of stuff, I'm always betting on Russ because Russ is an extension of his coach on the field. He's prepared, 1,000%. I don't even know if that makes sense, but
it does in the barbershop, baby.
Russ is my MVP. That's my quarterback.
Okay. Let me clarify this before we move forward in this, and I'm gonna go back and make sure you still have the same answer.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying the question isn't, is Lamar the MVP? Will he be the MVP at the end of the season? Will he get that vote? I understand that we know that Russell. You might think that Russell Wilson is the best quarterback and the best, the MVP as far as his production. But when the votes come out and it's all tallied up, is Lamar Jackson the MVP? Still yes? I mean, still no?
Still no. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a pretender.
A pretender.
One pretender for True.
Not by much, though. So
okay.
I need to clarify.
Okay.
I'm not down in it, man. I love to watch him. I love his style of football, but I'm just going with Russ because I like Russ overall, I guess.
Okay. Jose?
Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of West Coast bias that's applied.
Always.
And at the end of the day, they're gonna go for their shiny new toy. They're gonna go for the shiny new person that plays in that market, the market that's over on that area. So I think, unfortunately, I'm Team Russ all the way. We are the official Team Russ station right now. But I think, unfortunately, Russ is not going to get that.
Okay, so we got a pretender from you?
Pretender.
Okay. Wait. No, you said it's a winner. For you, it's a winner.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is a winner.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm the tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker, T, what you got?
Unfortunately,
damn.
Unfortunately, I agree with Jose that there's a serious West Coast bias. That the fans back east, don't really understand what Russell Wilson is doing out here. They really never understand what the Seahawks are doing until it's the playoff time. You know what I'm saying? Or, they were paying attention really closely when we had the Legion of Boom.
They
and
know now,
T-O. I mean, they kind of do, but man. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
They can't run from it.
I
man,
know.
They know.
They know, but they don't. And I'm going to tell you why. I saw this thing that came out today, and it said that, as far as the Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl is really, all about, it's a popularity contest. And, Lamar Jackson, as of today, has 30,000. I repeat, 30,000 more Pro Bowl votes than any other player after the first balloting. So they are in love with their shiny new toy. They are in love with the highlights. They are in love with the fast running, long throwing, explosive playmaking, wheeling and dealing, Sports Center. Yes, he's out there making people look foolish, doing his video game type of moves and stuff like that. Those are the things that pique people's attention, that get them excited. The fact that Russell Wilson has only thrown 2 interceptions this year and is leading his team to victory after victory after victory doesn't bode well as far as, the hype train around the country. We know how well he is. We might think he's the MVP. But tonight, I think that Lamar Jackson is a winner when it comes to winners and pretenders.
All I do is win, no matter what.
What do you think, Drew?
I get it. I get what y'all are saying. I'm just trying to be outside of what the average fan may say. Of course, I love the highlights, and I mean he's a Vic 2.0.
Yeah, he is.
And when Vic was doing his thing, that was exciting football to watch because he's doing things that all of the NFL can't do.
Right, right.
There isn't another Lamar Jackson in the NFL right now, so. I heard something interesting that says that he kind of took it and ran with it after Patrick Mahomes got hurt.
Yeah.
So, even more shine is coming on him. And, even though he's back now, he came back. But I'm still going with Russ, man. The people who know football should vote for Russ.
Okay. And can we point out that the top quarterbacks in the NFL right now happen to be black?
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about how that quarterback is now, that position is no longer a prototype 6'7" pocket passer that just happens to be named Michael or Tom, but it's actually it's an athlete right. That has revolutionized, and we minorities benefit from that because then our kids see that and they no longer have to think they have to play corner. No shot at you, dog.
Absolutely. Right? True.
Yeah.
No
shot. The game banger with speed.
Yeah. Just wanted to point that out.
Yes, that is a good
we
point.
need to recognize that we're being represented really well out in the league right now.
That is a good deal. It took a long time to get there. Hey, I have read something recently this past week. The next on the list of winners and pretenders, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon.com, may be interested in purchasing the Seattle Seahawks. Now, we know Jeff Bezos is a multi-billionaire. He's the richest man in the world, ain't he? Is he the richest guy right now? I think he's number 1 or 2.
All right.
I know.
Well, he's just going through that divorce, so he took a pay cut.
He took a little hit.
Cheaper
to keep us. So Jeff Bezos may be interested in buying the Seahawks. True, do you think that's a good idea? Is that a winner or a pretender to have Jeff Bezos as the guy in control of this franchise?
It's a pretender. I think we good where we at.
We good.
Yeah, Paul Allen and his family are gonna take care of everything that's going on, and they're not for sale. I mean, the Seahawks ain't for sale.
They're not for sale.
Seahawks aren't for sale, so I get it, and he got a major bag, but I think the way the Seahawks are, we're homers and we take care of ours, so I think we're in good hands.
Well, Jeff Bezos is here in Seattle.
Jeff Bezos is here though.
Well, just to change, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Why?
I hear you, True.
Why?
I hear you, True.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, one of the reasons is because he has the bag. He has the big pocket, and he has a lot of influence. I mean, that's a couple of the reasons why.
What else? We've been doing pretty good. So What else do we need?
So why not sell now, though, that you're doing really good, though? I mean, you're a businessman. You know that. The value, the moment to sell is now. And the reality is that Paul Allen's sister doesn't want to take control of the team long term. So
this was Paul Allen's baby. You know, this was his thing. Right?
Everyone's got a price tag, man. And the Seahawks may out in the public may not be for sale, but they're for sale.
Okay.
I hope not.
Still a pretender, for you, right?
Yes,
okay.
Still a pretender. I stand. I stand by that.
There you go, Jose.
Winner.
Okay.
I think anytime you have, like I said, as entrepreneurs that we are here at the Barbershop, I think anytime your asset has value above what you would consider, it's time to let it go. And that's not to say that Bezos gets a lot of crap in this town for Amazon and their taxation and their pieces. Bezos got money.
Yeah, he does.
And money wins championships. That's why we win championships. That's why you invest in your investment in order to make it grow. I'm sure that he would keep us in the top, in the top 5 every given year. And what owner doesn't want to capitalize on their investment, especially if they don't want it? Like I said, it has been reported that Paul Allen's sister is not interested in managing the team long term, and why not, sell it now while it's hot? So winner for me, sell it.
Winner for Jose, pretender for True. So I guess I get to be the decider again, right? Well, I mean, we discussed it. He has a bag. He has the biggest bag. He has the most, the most money of anybody who could potentially buy the Seahawks franchise. He is a local guy. He's right here in the city of Seattle. He owns the largest corporation and Amazon. He's very well connected in the business world. It would be easy to find advertising dollars for this team. It would be easy to do a lot of things that he could pull a lot of strings.
And anytime he would sign a new player, they come free because they get free shipping.
Free shipping, they ship your ass right on in. You know what I'm saying? So all that to say, hell no, I don't want him being the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, man.
What?
I do not want Bezos being in control of this. He's not a football guy, first and foremost.
Paul Allen wasn't a football guy,
but he became one. He became, and he turned, as you watched him become, he took the team, when he took over the team, obviously the team wasn't doing very well. So he grew with the team. His knowledge of football, his love for the game, his passion grew with the team. He learned on the fly how to be an NFL owner.
And it was more than business.
And it was more than business.
In his heart, and he embraced the community, embraced the team, and that's what I'm saying. It would just be different.
But what's to say Bezos can't grow with the team?
Well, here's the thing. My thing isn't even if he would grow with the team. My thing is just the fact, and it's crazy. I was late to the game with Amazon, anyways. I never used to buy stuff from Amazon until recently. I wasn't really hip to all that crap. You know what I'm saying? I just now got Amazon Prime a couple days ago. But that being said, I'm still kind of mad because Jeff Bezos doesn't do anything for us here in this community as it is. He got all that money.
About?
He has all that money. He ain't paying no taxes. He ain't, he's saying he built no community center in the hood.
He's creating tons of jobs.
Did he build a community? He ain't gave me no job.
And he bringing too much damn traffic too.
Traffic.
Oh man, y'all crazy, bro.
He ain't putting nothing in the hood. He ain't helping. He ain't really helping the people. We got this homeless crisis. He ain't putting no money towards that, man.
There's so many food trucks down there, though, dog. So many taco trucks. My people are coming up, dog. So I don't know. Hey, just because there's no soul food trucks, that's not our fault, bro.
I don't care. If you talking about Jeff Bezos owning the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender.
Last one before we get out of here real fast. And this one is crazy. When I first saw it online, True, I actually thought it was fake. I didn't think it was real, so I didn't pay any attention to it. I literally skipped past it like 15 times before I actually clicked on it and saw it was a real deal. So it's kind of a blank stare story.
Okay.
But also a winner and a pretender.
Okay.
So a movie came out in the beginning of November, and it was the Harriet Tubman story, the biography about Harriet Tubman. And we all know who Harriet Tubman is. She was basically involved in the Underground Railroad movement that freed a bunch of slaves. African-American woman who was a slave at once upon a time, and set up a network where African-American slaves could escape through the Underground Railroad, which was a network of people and homes and places to stay where they could find their way to freedom in the North. Okay. A very, very, very black woman.
Right.
Okay. Screenwriter Gregory Allen Howard tried to portray the story of Harriet Tubman on the screen for more than 2 decades. And in early November, his dream came to fruition. The movie was released, critically acclaimed. Lots of people went out to see it. I think as to date, it's made over $25 million since the beginning of November. But he shared a story recently how when he was trying to sell the movie to Hollywood studio execs, one of those studio execs thought that it would be a good idea to cast Julia Roberts as Harriet Tubman. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Julia, I know it's almost crazy for me to say it, man. Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman fame. You know her. She is quite white. I don't think you can be more white.
Right.
So he says, Mr. Howard goes on to say, I wanted to turn Harriet Tubman's life, which I'd studied in college, into an action-adventure movie. He went to one studio head, and I was told how one studio head said in a meeting, this script is fantastic. Let's get Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman. So, winner or pretender for you guys, do you think it would have been a good idea or okay to have Julia Roberts playing Harriet Tubman?
Definite loser, pretender, whatever you want to say. I think it's a damn shame that was even brought up or they let that get out the bag, I think. But, again, it could be on purpose because it just sounds so silly that I think it's just something for people to talk about, give it some exposure, et cetera, et cetera. But it's no way that could have happened. But
why you say no way?
Because she's white, T, and I don't.
Obviously, somebody thought it was a good idea.
The slaves was running from the white people, so how's she gonna play?
They put the makeup on her.
Nah.
They put a prosthetic face on her.
So now they're gonna put her in blackface, T.
Yes.
Come on.
That's not the first time they've done it, man.
Come on, T.
You know it's not the first time they've done
but
it.
Still.
Okay. So it's a pretender from you?
Yes. Not on duty. Not on duty.
Jose.
Pretender, that's all I got.
You can't even discuss it?
Dude, that's disgusting that they would even think that. But you're right, though. I mean, that's Hollywood. I mean, they made Tom Cruise like this 5'6" dude, a Chinese ninja, bro.
The last samurai.
Yeah.
They've done it for years with all, they put Native Americans in movies. They didn't even used to cast them. They put a white guy.
J-Lo as a Hispanic person.
Wait a minute, J-Lo's not Hispanic?
Oh, they don't act like it anymore.
Oh, hell no.
I gotta tell you, man, this was the most ludicrous thing I'd ever heard, man, in a very long time. And so much ludicrous that I said I clicked past it a bunch of times. I didn't think it was real, and apparently it's a true story. But it is a loser of a story.
Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender.
That's a pretender and a loser of a dummy idea,
That's
man.
crazy.
You don't put literally. The only woman that's more white than Julia Roberts might be Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, but Jennifer Aniston's hot though.
Yeah, she's yeah. We're not gonna go there though. It was another great show, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate you for tuning in every single week, man. You can find us online at True. You are ready this week, boy.
On Instagram, Barbershop Show. On Twitter, Barbershop Show _ Check us out.
And, of course, you can follow me on my own Instagram, Terry Holloman, HOLLIMON. True, what's yours at?
Instagram, Marcus _Truthfont. Twitter, just Marcus Truthfont. Check me out.
Check him out. And, of course, they have the True Font Family Foundation Pancake Breakfast coming up. You can go on TrueFontFamilyFoundation.com to find out more information about that event, which I think is sold out. But you could also find out more information about what they're doing in the community and how you can get involved and work with that. And, of course, we have a watch party, the Barbershop official watch party coming up on December 8th, the Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. It's going to go down at Sam's Tavern in Bellevue. Make sure you want to be there and be a part of it. You can find out more information about that on our Facebook page and on our Twitter page and on our Instagram page. Join the official Barbershop on Facebook, the group where it all goes down. Get on there and search for the official Barbershop. You can find us there and where all the crazy antics go down. Until next week, at the same place, at the same time, it's T. Holla, Marcus Trufant, my man Jose Moreno over there signing out. And it goes down right here, only in the Barbershop.
Are you doing on time?